Let's try. In the top left we do have herO. And in the bottom right we do have Byun. So it's gonna be a best of 9 between herO and Byun. I hope they had some fun playing this. And I hope we will have some fun watching this. Byun, of course, one of the chattiest people. Oh my god, into the new. Into the Inu. Probe is common in here. Double gas opening from our Terran friend. Yes. Cybernetic score first here from herO. Knows very well how aggressive Byun can be. And Byun did win his world championship of his aggressiveness. I think that was the last BlizzCon I actually watched as a fan only. It was kind of cool. The one that Byun did win. And then the next one they were like, hey Mapu, do you want to come to observe at BlizzCon? I'm like, whoa, fuck yes! Sign me up for that! And then I went there. It was a lot of fun. Only did that 2 times though, I think. I must have been there 3 times, but I'm not sure. I kind of remember like 3 times, but I can only like after I checked it, it was only 2 times apparently in Wikipedia or something. I'm not sure. I felt like I was there 3 times, but looking also at the champions, it must have been only 2 times. I'm not sure, man. It's just so weird. Twilight Council, Gateway, Nexus, all those good things Protoss hearts are made out of. Now Twilight is the follow-up here, of course, for herO. It should be Blink. He's already making a few Stalkers. This probe is gonna get a nice scout here. And Byun is actually walking. Oh, by the way, we didn't talk about this, but you see these fish freeze now? Now see them move again? With herO being here? In the middle, and now they'll freeze again. No, there's gonna be another. They only move when there's vision on those. And I think, and we check this now from Byun's vision, right? We'll be on his vision here. And I hope this is that walks back. Oh no, we can check this now. There's gonna be a stalker. Do these fish move? They don't, okay. Even though there should be a unit walking through there right now. So when Byun gets there, these fish should be in a different position. Because they should be in the position that herO moved them to. I have to wait and see. Are they gonna jump? No, they're just gonna walk like this. It's weird, but those fish only move when there's someone there and they'll freeze. I still need to completely figure this out, but these fish might be a little bit of a Mac pack situation. Weirdly enough. Because they only move when a player has vision on them, as you can see right now. They're kind of frozen in time. It's weird, right? For the observer, I guess it moves different than throughout the players, so I still need to figure this out as a player, how it actually looks like. But yeah, we do have a tank actually pushing this. This is such an old style, and the depth's actually got a shade on top of the tank. I'm not sure what that was. A little bit of a mistake there, possibly by herO. But yeah, that tank shelling at those minerals is such an old kind of move. Oh, he gets the second tank. Oh, the medevac gets sniped. Almost Viking landing. Now, everything is falling apart, but actually the bio is holding strong, man. That Viking putting in the work here against those Stalkers. Stalkers having a very rough time. I did the math. The Viking has almost as much DPS as a sieged tank against Stalkers. It's insane. They have so much DPS. It's literally insane. I think they have like 28 DPS or something, and the siege tank has like 55. So of course 55 is way better still, but it's still quite high. It's like better than a half sieged tank. It's insane how much damage they do. Oh, one tank here on the high ground is gonna keep everything at bay. Byun really utilizing the map. Love to see it. Uh-oh, stem. Well, he doesn't have enough Stalkers really. But this is kind of a impossible to repair location, right? But he's gonna kill 6 SCVs and then he's gonna walk back. The Viking is gonna 2-shot 3 probes on his own. And sentries trying to tickle him, but they cannot do anything. Definitely the hero so far here, Viking. I wonder sometimes if in PvT you should just play Mass, Blue Flame Hellion, Viking. Maybe Ghosts. That was a very good snipe. herO a little bit late to that party, probably being as focused on the Viking as I am. And we do have +1 and Stim about to finish up here, and this is gonna be a good push coming in. There's no third CC behind this yet. There we go. As I say that, he just starts it up, but we are looking at 2 tanks, 2 medevacs, 5 Marauders and 70 Marines, a few Widow Mines even in the mix. Now he's gonna utilize the same position as before. Trying to get some splash damage into the Terran army. Oh, he's gonna get a lot of splash damage on his own units. Now Stalkers are harassing this base, but... oh my god, it's gonna start. There's so many Zealots. He needs to focus, and he was trying to focus on the Zealots, but it didn't work out the way he wanted to. Now he does get a cancel on this base. Wow, 4 Stalkers. I wanted to say he needs to defend that one. He's trying to focus on those Stalkers. Zealots are actually very powerful, just if you just leave them alone even. And he didn't have units to push back 4 Stalkers. Even pulling a few SCVs would have been worth it in my opinion to keep that command center, which was already halfway done, alive there. Now going into extra barracks, going into the armory and engineering bay here to get those extra upgrades, and then we should see a Ghost Academy follow that up soon. On the other side, going onto the forge, robotics is already up and running, of course. Twilight Council is waiting for his next opportunity to eventually be useful again and at least open up the path to the Templar archives, but apparently herO is not looking for that one yet. That's crazy, man, herO. Now Byun has this army in his base and he didn't even know about this. He's gonna recall something. It's not the prism. Marauders and 1 Marine kind of walking forward. They're scaring that army from herO, the prism as well. And you kind of want to... oh my god, there's so many Widow Mines. I don't think herO is gonna fall for that one. And he still has no vision in this. There's a pylon position, please. He's gonna snipe those warping in Zealots. And then they'll come on single filed through the back. You could have even stand a little bit longer there and tried a bit longer there. Now that Immortalist here is dealing a bunch of damage to those Marauders. He's doing very, very good for himself. And we see that drop being dropped out again at the third base. herO can't really go past 3 bases here. Byun is completely pulling him apart. Now dropping again into the main. No, he's actually just gonna go behind, but he forces units up there. Warp Prism is gonna get sniped. Now Zealots is trying to push back this ground force here and in the southern area, but man, he can't even get that done. Wait, did they just... It looked like they shot the warp gate there for some weird reason. I think he just killed an observer, but it looked like they were shooting at the warp gate. I was like, what? Just because it's on the high ground? I guess so. Now Ghost Academy is done. More and more units coming online here. That observer sees it all. He tells herO right now that herO is not having a good time there. Unfortunately for herO. Zealots getting detonated. No! Dropping again here behind that base. Has to be careful though, he should be losing that medevac. Ah, yeah. Last hit is gonna connect. No boost ready. Byun is someone who likes to boost in. It's a little bit of a weakness, it feels like sometimes, because you cannot use in a short period of time do it again, right? So you can't really use that for an escape. That's a funny army. A bunch of Zealots and a fake Disruptor. Why does he have an hallucinated Disruptor? It's so weird. Now, can he get that Immortal? That would be a great pick there. And he's just not having any of this. He said, alright, you've got rocks, I can kill those. Oh, I think you were standing in a good location there as Byun. No, you can't really raise. If you keep on walking, you just keep on walking until you are in your mineral line and can utilize some stop micro on your workers to create another wall for your bio units. Now I think the writing's kind of on the wall here. We do actually see a real Disruptor and he's gonna hit one Marauder and herO is gonna be like one fake G and then he throws down the double GG, and that's gonna be the first map of this best of 9. It's quite a serious ability. I'm gonna quickly hit the restroom here. And I'm gonna grab a small coffee and then I'll be back in a moment. Just give me like 2 minutes. Let's say 3 minutes and we're gonna continue the series, alright? Does it sound fair? Okay. Thank you so much, everybody. See you again in 3 minutes. Don't be late, 3 minutes. See guys, I made it back within 3 minutes. So I hope you all are ready, because we are about to jump into the next map. It's gonna be Frostline between Byun and herO in this best of 9, as the German says. 9, this is not my match. Yes, it is, indeed. It is our match. And Byun did win the first one. Really convincingly, actually. herO wasn't looking that great. And yeah, in the bottom left we do have herO. And the top right is copy for bronze, Byun. Now I got myself a coffee. And there we go. Opening up right now. Let's get some coffee energy. Okay. Now, herO. On Frostline is quite a different map. We did see, of course, Abyssal Reef being played in this first map between those two. And Abyssal Reef had those abusive positions, if you knew them, I guess, in the past. So Byun was utilizing those from the start, and he got a lot of good trades, kind of. herO not really being on point, trying to control the map, really. Now, will he play this a little bit different here? Will he go out on the map with his stalkers? Will he try to contain Byun a little bit? Will he try to kind of snipe more units than he did there in that last game before actually the fight happens, right? So I'll have to wait and see. Will he maybe go for a different opener? I kind of still expect him to go into Blink, just because it's really his bread and butter. It's his kind of style. And he's just so powerful with that one. But I feel like he just needs to play it a little bit more aggressive, and then he should have a good time. This map also is probably a bit better for that, even though it feels weird, right? Abyssal Reef is one of the best maps to get like 5 bases up and running, really. Oh, no. But I feel like this map has kind of enough open areas, not enough ledges, really, where you can just come in with Blink Stalkers and trade on even ground and just walk away. Like, tanks are not so tough to close in onto, it feels like. So yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to see herO being quite a bit more aggressive on this map. Let's wait and see though how he actually wants to play this. It's gonna be a oh god, it's gonna be a Stargate. Hey, is this PvZ? No, actually it's not. And this is an in-base Stargate, so he just wants to make oracles, I guess. Really happy to see this. Very rarely we've seen a proxy Stargate today against Gumiho in a different series. But a Stargate in-game, oh sorry, in-base, it's been a while since we've seen that one. Now you can of course utilize that overcharge and you get a bunch of energy. So maybe he wants to utilize that for something. I hope we see more than only one unit. Oh, maybe it's gonna be Phoenix. That's a little bit of an old style, but Phoenix Colossus 2 base is something very what is stable, I guess is a good word for it. It's quite powerful, and it is very defensive, and it's tough to break. But this time it's gonna be an Oracle. Reaper already moving out here with that Hellion. 3 Reapers, 1 Hellion. Can they find some damage? There's only 1 Adept at home. He has a couple more waiting on those high ground positions. But at the entrance, this Adept could get killed. Oh, you need to jump on that one though, Byun. Yeah, he was tiny bit too late there with the Reapers. Still does get a good engage. Let's kill the first Adept now. The second Hellion, by the way, did reinforce this. But the Oracle is going to keep everything safe. But still, this is not what he wanted with that Oracle. He wanted to get damage himself. Delaying that one, of course, to get his Viking and Cyclone out a tiny bit faster. Reaper and Hellion coming in again. Can the Hellion get a snatch there on a drone? He gets 1, actually gets a second one. Some good micro here by Byun, of course. And herO is going to counteract that with a couple of probes, zapping the Hellion to death. Now, 6 Marines are the number you want to have against a Oracle. If you didn't know, now you do. 5, the Oracle tends to win most of the times. And if it's 4, the match is not even close, so don't rally them in one by one, or the Oracle is gonna kill all of your Marines. But 6 is the number. If they engage correctly, they will just shred that Oracle to pieces. Now he's gonna go in and try to kill all of the Marines, and he will be able to proceed to do so, but he might lose both of these Oracles. Can he get that Viking into a little bit of a closer situation? There is not gonna happen though. He gets one Oracle, and the second one is going in again. No, herO is super aggressive, and he's gonna lose the Oracle, I feel like. I mean, look at this. He's eating so much damage. There's a couple of Marines even, and now he can intercept with a Viking. Yeah, he's gonna recall. Okay, can he get out? Yeah, I think he can. Yeah, okay, so he does keep that alive, but that was an unnecessary recall, it felt like. He did damage in SCV, that was it. And I guess he got a scout in the main. If that's what you want. You could have thrown down the reveal and just walk it back. Not so sure about that one. Now, he did manage to get up a third base behind this. He has his blink almost done. And he's gonna have, what, 6 gateways, I feel like, in a moment here. Going up to 5 for now, weirdly enough, but it's gonna be fine. Gonna be enough units production here for quite a while. Now, this Viking will get scouted by this probe hiding here, and this is a cute position, by the way. This is very tough to see. Now, he doesn't notice this. He's gonna kill that probe. Wanted to throw down that pilot, but did not. Bunker just finishing up here in the perfect amount of time. herO cannot really engage this. He does not have blink yet. Oh! Can the Viking kill a building? I don't think so. The weird thing though is a building is armored, right? He should do that bonus damage. Oh no, he does against mechanical, not against armored, I'm sorry. I wonder if Vikings do bonus damage against Terran structures, because they are mechanical, all of them. You can see armored mechanical structure. So I wonder. Now the Viking is coming back here. He's gonna shoot at probes. He kills one and then bites the dust here. A little bit an unfortunate ending to my friend the Viking. I've been recently really growing to like those guys in the early game here in TVP, since they have been doing a lot of work. A beautiful base setup here. We do see that dropped supply depot by Byun, which we usually see. Byun and Gumihodu going into the armory. Could be a nice snipe on the armory actually, if it just goes and kills that one. He's gonna try and get the medevac. Wow, there's the rest of the medevac. And he does get it. Now Byun does not notice, or does he? Oh, he does not. Oh, he does! Because he's Byun. Nexus number 4 on the way. Third base on the way. So both players are growing in a decent pace to each other. And yeah, I mean, this is before 8 minutes. So both players are looking pretty solid in that macro department. We do see a lot of things happening now for the Terran. And of course, the big AoE dealers are starting to come out for the Protoss. Charge is just finishing up here, and we see a little bit of an attack. Actually, this could be able to break that third base, but we do have a bunch of bio units. I don't think you can actually win this fight. Oh, there's not really that much medevac support. It's only one medevac on top of his army, but still too much DPS here. Even though we do lose 7 SCVs here as Byun. Zealots were not enough to manage to kill that base. Now, maybe he pushed out a little bit too far into that area. He's gonna start to snipe these. Oh man, this is really good actually. He's actually clicking on individual stocks that please go into that bunker. And now he has to evacuate though. 14 SCVs, 15 are gonna fall. So in the end it was a good attack by herO, and I guess Byun says, alright, that's too much. He's gonna GG out. UCC Black. Roasted coffee, 100%. No added flavoring, unsweetened. There you go. Got a little bit of caffeine, whatever. Since I had actually a very long night again. But that's I guess we have a little bit time in the early game, but yeah, so far we have been looking at a 1-1 situation for those two players. Next map is going to be Eldorado. In the bottom right we have herO, in the bottom left it is Byun. What are we going to see in a PvT on this map is an interesting choice. Now of course I've been helping with the baby a little bit in the nighttime, so nighttime is now not sleep time currently for us still. Still need like a few more months, but man, it's gonna calm down soon, I hope. Now this is a Mecha barracks, and that's a good position. Look at this. He's not gonna see this. I mean, this is where he scouts, and this is it kind of overlaps, so it's a perfect position. And he only sees there's no barracks here, so he's like, oh wait, where's your barracks? Is it here maybe? Now you can drop this one down here. You can drop it down here if you want to. You can just rally people from here as well. It seems like he's just rallying Reapers. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see how you want to utilize this. I think this is only going to be one Reaper and into that factory, which he has been favoring in the past 2 games as well. Maybe he's going to make 3 Reapers. I think he did go for more Reapers, but he didn't really go crazy on Reaper aggression with like 2 barracks or something like that. So it was just that normal kind of composition you see a lot in TVT, which used to be that TVT build, right? And herO is gonna get chased out, and he does still not know about this position, so he needs to be careful. He might even want to throw down a shield battery. Now, if I'm Byun, I just don't go for those Reapers. I would even cancel this one, make a Marine. He's already rallying this one back. I think I'd just freaking cancel this, make a Marine, and be happy. Start to make Marines and just like go expand. Because I feel like you already are forcing your opponent to be careful with this one, to potentially throw down a shield battery to really respect this threat. And if you just go the other spectrum, you utilize that scouting information against him, well, why don't you, right? Utilize all information you can to your own advantage. He's gonna chrono boost out a Stalker here. And following that up with an Adept, no shield battery as of yet. Byun is actually going for those. It's a double Reaper, and then he throws down a reactor in this location. Okay, and yeah, double Reaper is gonna get seen here. Oh, he will see this open spot. He should know that this is open. I hope he checked that one actually. It's a little bit difficult to see, honestly. Yeah, Byun just wants to go ahead and get some probes, I guess, as Byun does. Oh, he eats 2 shots and then he decides, alright, it's not really gonna work out. He has to evacuate. He does not bounce the Stalker into the correct direction there, unfortunately. Now, joining up with 1 Hellion needs to heal up though. Both Reapers did eat half of their health and damage, so they actually need some time to regen there. And yeah, another supply block here for Byun, finally clearing that out. Now, Reaper's coming in again here. That's a good grenade there. The second one a tiny bit misplaced, unfortunately, but he does get into that main base and he's gonna start to work on those probes, and 2 Reapers actually have a bunch of DPS. So yeah, 3 workers, maybe he can get the 4th one. No, I don't think so. Still though, it's more than I expected at this stage of the game, so decent stuff. And yeah, misplacing that bunker, I guess, a tiny bit, sacrificing 25 minerals for that. Maybe it was a misclick. Mine is gonna burrow in the perfect moment to actually kill that Stalker. herO not watching, or maybe he was like, alright, I can't save it anymore anyways, because he was watching a little bit too late. Now, can those 4 Marines kill that Adapter? Mine is going aggressively in as well. He really wants to have all of it. He basically has that flashlight in front. Now, it wouldn't be Byun if he wouldn't immediately go into aggression, but the probe from the early game, the observer, everything is here. That Hellion is still trying to scout for that 3rd base. And Byun is like, wait, do you have this 3rd? No, you haven't started it yet, have you? Now the Widowmine has its shot up and ready again, but it's already damaged, so if it just drops out... Oh my god, is he gonna lose the medevac? I can't believe it! Oh, wow! Even the observers can't believe it. They're like, wait, did this happen? Yeah, I guess it did. Alright, what do we do now? Let's have a look. There's a lot of gold here. I guess we just need to go back to work. Yeah, let's go. And that was the observer conversation there. I know all about this because professional observer and stuff like that, you know. I know how those guys talk. Now barracks coming in here. What is this weird looking setup? Why does he not immediately throw it down on that tech lab? It just... I mean, the Liberator is now in, but it's not actually committed yet. He did just kill a observer over here, of course, and the Lib is just walking around the bases. Now, there is no blink, so the Stalkers can't really chase to the potential they want to. And yeah, he sees the third base now, but I guess you just park the Liberator somewhere and just wait for your opportunity. Even though this investment doesn't pay off yet, it could do later on, so it's not that bad. On the other side, we do see Charge Storm, and this should be, well, Charge Lot Immortal, kind of, with Storm in conjunction to this, so it's always one of those very solid Protoss compositions here, of course. Stim is gonna start. I think you can't really blink from here into that, right? It should be too far of a distance to actually get in. Oh, he did see that one. Bye-bye. If you do that once too many times in Byun's area, then he will notice and he will just shoot it down. Alright, I've got this one. Now, looking very solid here for Byun, and kind of herO, I guess, is not terrible, but he does not look as good as he did in the last game, it feels like. Also, he doesn't really have the mobility without that blink, right? He is gonna have high Templar defense, which is gonna be nice against drops, it's gonna be nice against run-ins. And potentially he could do some storm drops. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Yeah, man, I love it. Now Liberator is gonna come in for some revenge. He's gonna get a couple probes. But there you can see already the difficulty in chasing this one down, and he can just stay here. He can just siege up like that. You can just try to reach the very corner, siege up like that. Now it's an Archon. That's so funny. He shoots his own gas! He's so frustrated. He can't get this one killed. He needs to make a Viking or something. Now both players are expanding into the north area of the map. No one is going for that gold. And herO is actually walking across the map. He has quite a big army, which is a little bit uncharacteristic for a Protoss to be ahead in supply at this point. And I think you can deny this third base. But honestly, if I'm Byun, I just lift this and locate this down here. I think anyways, like taking the north base doesn't seem like a good idea to me. By the way, Liberator is working at those probes actually. Coming back in here, so he's gonna kill more. But can Byun hold? No, Warp Prism still has a couple High Templars inside. I think he needs to drop them. He needs to drop some storms. Oh! And he misses one! Whoa! Still, this could be enough if he gets that Immortal to shoot at the tanks. Ah! The attack is starting to fall apart. But meanwhile, we do have a big double drop here in the main base of herO. He does lose all of his power. Now only one Immortal and one High Templar are gonna come back. He stops his own probes. Oh my god. Now, killing that last Immortal, only a couple Stalkers are left here. There's no real reinforcements. One Immortal, bam, gets shot into the face. We do have the shield battery getting overcharged. Can herO hold this one? I guess he can with those probes. He needs to start some pylons ASAP. There we go. All of his production was kind of out, lights out here. And yes, the big issue is, I mean, even the Warp Prism powering a few production facilities now. The big issue is this follow-up. Even though it's not that strong, there's nothing really he has against this. He has no units. He has no production online. He's missing so many weapon rounds right now. Finally, he's getting back into his... But this is only 6 gates. One is still unpowered. This is gonna be really tough. He needs to hold 2 armies. Now he sees the arm in the front. He also sees this in the back here, this double drop. I mean, it's not a full drop, but this is enough units to just break herO, in my opinion here. And he needs to decide which he wants to defend. He does not have any recall up right now, so he can't kill the one army and then recall into the different location. Oh, is he gonna kill that Warp Prism? No, he does not. And the main base has to evacuate here into that natural, but the third base is about to fall here. I think Byun is gonna have him here. Byun is looking so good, killing so many workers right now. We do see the pushback here in that third base, but 20 workers are falling right now. Byun is looking at a 20, about 20 SCV lead here in just a moment, even killing a few more workers. Now he's gonna go for those units over here. But of course, here we're counter-microing this. He's gonna go for another few of those workers. Gonna snipe some units which are out of position there, and this army coming back here in the north. And that's just the units he produced like 3 minutes ago, or 2 minutes ago. Everything else is at home, is stacking up right now. Look at this. Ghosts, Marauders, Marines. He still needs a few more Stargate units. Or Starport units. But he has this base up and running. He should have another command center in production. We see the money spiking up because he's been so micro-intensive right now. And he should have already placed that. A little bit of a mistake there. That would have been like the last thing he needed, the last nail in the coffin, I guess. Now he's going to lose a few of his medivacs. He actually never really reproduced enough. So these are the only two. As we saw there, that army was waiting, but it didn't have any medivacs waiting. So, but there we go, man. Look at this. He does get that observer. He does get all of these zealots. One more EMP. Might do the trick here. Actually, man, those storms are doing great work. Both players really hitting each other with like fists of iron here. It's insane. Now, a couple force fields trying to keep those units separated, but SCVs are actually pretty good. And I feel like this might be the end here for herO. The last unit is gonna fall, and Byun is gonna get the W. Taking us to a 2-1 lead here for the Terran player. That was a great game, actually. Very action-packed. I'm very happy with this best of 9. It's been looking super, super cool so far. Next map, Whispers of Gold. Here we go. Bottom right, herO. Top left, Byun. I didn't even have time to finish my coffee there. It was such an action-packed game, really. Both players trading blows like in a boxing ring or something. Where they both take jabs at each other. No one has really a guard up. They're just like... It's like one of those enemy situations, you know, where they're both like the protagonist and the antagonist are like just like staring at each other and like, just like boxing each other's faces, and no one is blocking any hits. And it's like, just come at me, bro! I'm gonna take your freaking fist to the mouth. And this is a show match best of 5, so there's no bracket for the, sorry, best of 9, so there's no bracket for this one. This is a tournament, sorry, not a tournament. This is a show match that was held by, I think it was Enki, if I'm not mistaken, so shout out for him. He just shared those replays with us. Very nice guy, really good caster. I think he casts in Spanish, I'm not exactly sure. But he's one of the usual suspects. Oh, this is... Ah, for a second I was like, is he going to throw down a double gate now? No, he's not. And again, a Macarax for Byun here. But yeah, so far the games have really been delivering, so I'm very happy with this one. Both players are playing this extremely well so far. Very much action-packed. A little bit of uniqueness even in there, and yeah. It's been cool so far, so I'm expecting to have a lot more nice games between those two here. So far the series also has been progressing very nicely with a 2-1, so... I think the first map went to Byun, then the next to herO, and then after that one to Byun. Now this one is going to be herO again, maybe? Let's wait and see. Since this is a show match, I'm not exactly sure if they played all 9 maps in whatever order or whatever, right? So I'm not 100% sure how this all worked out, but there should be a lot of games in here. At least we're gonna have, what, 5 more, right? 3 more, right? This one and... yeah, this one and at least 2 more, right? So, yeah. So at least 3 more maps, this one including. but I expect a lot more. We do see another Stargate. Hey, is this the new meta, or is herO just doing things? I haven't actually... I have seen a bunch of StarCraft, but I haven't seen that much TVP specifically. I've seen like PVZ, I've seen TVZ, I've seen ZVZ, but I haven't really seen that much TVP. So I'm a little bit behind in the meta, maybe, in the meta cycle currently. So yeah, maybe this is the new style, I guess. Stargate in your main base. herO has been looking to go into that Stargate now for a few times. Can Byun snipe that sentry? Sentry's actually quite powerful against Reapers these days, because Reapers do have, as you can see, attacks 2. And a sentry does reduce, or does give, what, I think +2 shield, +2 armor with that. And it does, of course, reduce double against 2 attacks. So it's basically 4 armor against a Reaper attack, or Reaper shot. That's so much damage that's being reduced there. How much damage did they do? Like 4 with 2, so they have 8 damage, but it's split in 2, so you reduce 4 of that again, so they only do 4 damage. And then with the Stalker being already at 1 armor, they only do like 2 damage per shot. That's so much damage reduced there with the Guardianship. It's insane. Now Phoenix Colossi, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Hello. Talking about Wings of Liberty, here we go. All the way back. Used to be one of the best strategies in Wings of Liberty in this matchup. Now he's pooling the Phoenixes, so he hasn't really revealed what he's going for, and this could be anything if you're looking from Byun's perspective. And Byun is going into Cloak Banshee. This is not looking good for him. I mean, the cloak is gonna be nice and all, but once herO sees this, he just makes a Oracle, and then he can just hunt these down like they're nothing. And if you engage too fast here before your cloak, I guess he's gonna hopefully wait for that, because that's when the Phoenix is just gonna kill it. Oh my god, he sees it? No, he doesn't. I think he saw it. I think he saw it, but cloaking is completed. Insta-cloak, insta-cloak. Oh my god, it doesn't even take 1 hit of damage. Now, no observers, but he has one about to pop here. He even has that robo, of course. Telling me. This Banshee's not going to do anything, and this is such a big investment. Look at this. He can not even kill that shield battery. Oh, that's painful. Such a good opening here for herO so far. Now, one Hellion actually is not gonna get killed here, but man, he Phoenixes. They're just so good in situations like this. Now, the only hope for Byun for the Banshee is what is happening right now. herO being herO and just pushing aggressive with F2 and every unit and every observer. And nothing is gonna be at home for that second Banshee coming in, but he's actually trying to be a little bit too sneaky. I guess he doesn't know about the shield battery, so he's like, I can't really hammer. Oh my god, is he even gonna survive? I mean, he has a bunker in the front, so he should be fine there. This Banshee's not gonna do anything, man. Oh my god. The Banshees have been so terrible, unfortunately, here. They got a scout. And that's it. They got a scout. Literally. He scouted the base. That's all he did with those Banshees. Look at what he killed. That's the 2 with the, which he killed with the Reaper Hellion attack. Phoenix openings are so efficient in the early game, it's insane. You can get so much value, it's kind of bonkers, to be honest. But that's also a little bit of a statement for how Phoenix scaling works into the mid game, into the later game. Since they are so insanely efficient in the early game, you kind of expect the Protoss just to win the game, right? If you look at something like this, and then you still don't, because the scaling is not that great. It's like they're kind of scaling worse than roaches, it feels, in a lot of ways. Of course, they have their place. They are insanely good against drop defenses and stuff like that. But if you go offensively, even though harassment can be quite powerful, it still feels like they just fall apart so fast. So you and they're so valuable as your drop defense, right? So you don't really want to engage or commit too much with those guys. So they just feel a little bit underpowered in the mid game and late game. in comparison to what they do defensively for you in that early game. It's insane. But if you just keep them defensively, I guess you can just do counter drop, or not counter drop, or basically kill drops and stuff like that. Now he needs them with his army. He needs them to tank those Viking shots for that Colossi. No, fake Colossi, I love that one. That's a really good approach here. Now Byun needs to focus fire. He's actually focusing on the correct Colossi here. The tanks are doing a good job. He has 4 tanks. He has a big amount of marines. He has no medevac with this, so every stim is a big commitment from him. And he's not making bunkers, he's making turrets. Now he's gonna try to rally in reinforcements, but this is not gonna happen here. And that Colossus, of course, is a little bit exposed. But don't forget, the shields are very much smaller than they used to be. Now coming in again with the Phoenixes, once he gets rid of these Vikings. Oh my god, the Colossus does fall though. He's gonna have a good time, but now, yeah, second Colossus is gonna join the fray. Thermal Lance is gonna complete. He's even gonna lift a few Marines here, and Byun says, alright, GG, you got this one. This all-in is not gonna work here. And great stuff here from herO. Good defense, that Phoenix style really working out. Now next map is gonna be Ultra Love. As much as I love this series, we're sitting at a 2-2 situation here currently. And in the top right we do have herO, in the bottom left we do have Byun. Now 2-2 means there's at least again 3 more maps, which would bring us to already 7 maps. That's quite much, quite a lot, much. Now, are we gonna see a shift in the strategies? I mean, already the Phoenix Colossus was a shift, and Byun trying to go for that 2-base all-in with the... I feel like though, if you really want to go kind of what he did with that 2-base all-in, you make bunkers, you don't make turrets, do you? That was really weirding me out, where he just started up like 3 turrets, and he only had 1 SCV in the front. I guess he lost the other ones. He brought 3 initially, I think, and then they probably died during that first engagement. But you start bunkers, man. You need to keep your Marines alive, you need to keep them high health. Even if you want to stim them, they need to be like powerful in a situation where you can sit in that bunker, get that extra range, and just not die for some time, right? Until that stim runs out, possibly. So yeah, I feel like a few mistakes from Byun. Could have kind of executed that a little bit differently, maybe a little bit more dangerous for herO. In the end, herO was looking very good. He was kind of keeping a lot of taps on that army movement from Byun, a lot of taps on the reinforcements coming in, and when they came in, and had the Phoenix just in the perfect position most of the times to really chew away at the attack and completely intercept those reinforcements. So yeah, he was looking insanely solid. Now Byun finally not going for any Reapers here. This is the first Marine opening we have so far from him. And he will not go into that Reaper Hellion aggression. That also means he's not gonna have a scout for quite a while. He might go into a Hellion to check out what's gonna be on the radar here, if herO is gonna actually go into the 3rd base, if he can see anything from the Protoss that might be a tell. He wants to see the units that he's making, if it's gonna be like, it's not gonna be happening, but if it's gonna be like a bunch of adepts or something, you know. He wants to know, of course, if he can get any scouting intel at all. There we can see that Hellion in production. Now Phoenix Hallucination is gonna scout the Terran main. It's gonna see basically everything that there is to see. Not that much though. And this is gonna be the first, well, he sees the Marine, he sees the Reactor, he sees the commands that are already finished up. It's basically a Marine expand with a double gas follow-up and a 1-1-1 setup here. And this is gonna be 2 Hellions, so I'm wondering how he wants to use those. You can always try and... Oh, what? He does see those units. I think that's a little bit of a mistake. Now Byun can... He's not gonna go for the surround. Okay, so I feel like you could have gone for a push. You pull like 3 SCVs, you pull those Marines, and then you have that Hellion to try and flank. But he also wants to get scouting into, and I mean he's Byun, so he doesn't care for the army, he wants to kill probes. Now, the Stalker killed 1 Marine, but had to pull back. He did sacrifice a lot of health, or a little bit of health. And the Hellion did get 2 kills, so I guess good on Byun. He does have a medevac with Marines now. I guess the initial thought might have been to drop 3 Hellions, or maybe run the Hellions in. And drop the Marines. This is still a dangerous force here. He's completely exposing himself at home. He's saying, like, alright, you come at me, bro. I can defend with SCVs. Now, 3 Stalkers in position here. I think the Hellions in the front are not going to do that much. Now the Stalkers are going back. 2 are going to get recalled. Hellions running in. Can they get the big damage? Can the damage happen? Marines are starting to fall apart in that main base. Still, those 7 workers have been killed off. 8 workers in total. But he did lose that medevac, so I'm not that big of a fan. I feel like as a Terran, you're looking at this and you're like, alright, I did completely fine here. He did way more damage than he needed to. I mean, if he kills like 5 workers with that attack, it's like, alright. 8 is quite nice. But always, I feel always, if you lose that medevac, it feels always like a little bit of a rough commitment, kind of, for the Terran. But he does have a Raven behind. He does have 1 tank only. If he had that 2nd tank already up in position, I would have felt a little bit stronger about his position. But now he can kind of chase these Stalkers. He needs to pull a few SCVs, maybe. He does have the Raven now throwing down the auto turret. He's gonna kill a sentry with a bunch of energy. That's actually a really good kill here. And the probe. No! Focus on the probe! Ah! He's gonna lose a supply depot at home. And potentially a blink on top of that tank. No, he wants to blink down. He's gonna lose a few. 2 Stalkers for that one. And potentially all of these. He's walking back at the tank fight. Oh my god! herO, a little bit too far in that direction. Can he get out? There's nothing in the bunker. Still though, a tank gets in range, shoots down 1 Stalker. The auto turret happening again here. It's gonna kill 2 workers on the other side. Both players really taking jabs at each other here. And in the end, a lot of trades happen. I feel like this delay on the barracks was quite nice for herO. To delay that extra production there. But he has no 3rd base, so what is he actually doing? He's going into a Tubus robotics now, just because he kind of realizes he needs to have that splash soon. But he also delayed the production from our Terran player, so I feel like he doesn't need to have that so fast. That poor Stalker, man. The 2nd tank still being sieged up there. Raven, that F2 happened. Byun, it's a little bit of a sickness sometimes for him. F2 happening too often. Did definitely lose the Raven very unnecessary there. He's gonna lose a few more of those bio units. Stim halfway done. Combat shields. Gonna probably finish up with Stim, maybe a little bit afterwards. Gonna drop a supply depot. Hasn't really been macroing as he should have been. But he's up in army supply. He's up in worker supply. He's looking good. He needs those upgrades to finish though. Like, I feel like if you do pushes like this... Oh my god, don't lose the medevac. If you do pushes like this, you want to finish your concussive shells first, so you can just kind of... Oh my... Is he gonna get combat shields? Yeah, it's not Stim, but it's a good upgrade. But yeah, you kind of... So my point is, if you have those Marauders, right, you want to have those concussive shields already done. It's a fast upgrade anyways. And it will just help you in trading against those Stalkers trying to delay you, right? So I feel like if you go for that upgrade first, even though it does mess with your combat shield timings. I mean, he doesn't have combat shields anyways, right? Now, focusing down at Colossus, that's a good snipe. Potentially even gonna grab a few more of those units. +1 is finishing now. Going back though. Evacuating here. He does have the 3rd base behind, so he doesn't really need to commit this heavy. And combat shields is on the way. He's making another tech lab. And herO, well, herO did lose his Colossi. I guess that was the biggest takeaway from this engagement, but it doesn't really matter too much. I feel like this wasn't really a good push out in the end there for Byun, unfortunately. It did not really accomplish much there. It did reset the Protoss army a little bit, but I think he also lost a tank, right? So maybe even 2. Oh, that's a good snipe here. 1 Zealot is gonna drop out, but the Widow Mines are gonna friendly fire all of this. No, they're gonna kill the Marauder, unfortunately. The Vikings did split away. That's a nice observer. herO is so aggressive with this. He's so faking, man. If there would be concussive in this army, this Protoss army would be mincemeat. Now, I think it's still gonna be mincemeat, but I mean, look at this. He's trading so good. Considering he has so little, it's insane. It's quite insane. Finally, the observer is gonna get sniped. And my prayers have been heard. Concussive shells on the way, finally, to round out this army composition here from that bio play. Now, I like these kind of supply depot setups, just because we are on Ultralov, or I mean Side Delta, I mean Ultralov. It doesn't mean you should expose yourself in that kind of low ground area there, in between your second and your natural and your third base, right? So I really like supply depots like this, just to get that extra vision first for your tanks, and to create an obstacle for any charge locks, for example, just A moving in, something like that. Just forcing your opponent to do a tiny bit more extra work to actually engage correctly. One Marauder had to do the jump, and the rest was kept safe there. He took one for the team, literally. Now, tanks are quite far away in this, and I feel like a little bit too far away. He's gonna move in one of those, and he's gonna keep them behind this debris setup, but I mean, the Colossus are on the other side of the base now. Now, what is he gonna do, Byun? What are you gonna do, Byun? There's no pre-split. This might be a bit of a bad situation for our Terran player. It comes down to engagement. Nice splits though, are gonna keep most of these units alive, but all of the air dominance has been kind of flattened here. Now he's gonna kill that cooling tower, and he wants to cover his retreat. This is gonna work out. Now, Ultralov, I have seen Gumiho play mech a lot in this map, just because it's kind of easy to split. You can kind of just take control of this high ground and just control all of these ramps. It's a little bit more difficult against Protoss, of course, but I have seen Gumiho play this in TVT and TVZ. Why not in TVP? Oh my god, man. These Stargate units are not gonna have a good day here. Oh, Byun, and he decides like, alright, scrap it. I have 3 medivacs still, it's gonna be enough. Let's just push. Let's push your 4th. Let's try and break you. But these Stalkers, they don't care. They're so mobile. And they're trading well enough across the map. Now, 3 medivacs are gonna drop into the main. What is gonna be recalled? A lot from that army from the 4th base. He's gonna focus down all of the AoE, and I feel like it's not that big of a recall here. It should not be enough. Zealots being stuck behind Stalkers. A few Zealots being warped in at a good time. A Colossus comes back. Now he's gonna go into the 4th here. He's gonna bring in the tanks. He's gonna bring in the rest of the bio. But again, the Stalkers, they came back as well. And now, well, a lot of trading is basically happening here. And Byun is gonna kind of disengage here. He did lose 22 SCVs, killed 15 probes. I like this for herO. Both players at the same upgrades. It's gonna be 2-2 finishing up now from Byun, which is gonna be very nice. But this is kind of after he lost a bunch of his army. And yeah, 4 bases are up and running. He's going into that 5th base. And I feel like if the 4th CC would have been done for Byun, I would have felt a little bit different about this. But as is, last second split is gonna work out. As is, I feel like this is a strong position for herO, but not monitoring this army, definitely a mistake. He's gonna keep a lot of those probes safe, and he's actually gonna save the base. I feel like a bit of a mistake there by Byun, chasing those probes too much. Should have just focused on the Nexus. Now, he can potentially cancel this one, but again, he's lacking the firepower. If this is a lot of time for kind of herO to just come in and react. Now, again, coming in on the left. He's kind of fighting on both sides, and meanwhile he is throwing down his 4th base. Beyond that is, he's going to cancel this base, which is nice. Now he's going to drop into the main. There's still a double Widow Mine setup waiting here. Now, can herO defend in the main? It looks like the answer is yes, quite handily even. And the rest of the units do have to disengage here. Oh, that's a funny position for both of these units. Kind of shooting at each other from weird areas. This is so funny. He's gonna lose the Colossus. Oh! Oh! Last second disengage. But this is not the whole story. Meanwhile, this is happening on the other side of the map. Still though, herO looks like he can get a good defense happen here. He should be able to snipe that medevac with the units. No, he does snipe the one empty one. But big engage here on the 4th base. Byun is just trying to pull herO apart, and it feels like it's starting to work out. Has been utilizing so much of his high-paced multitask and micro here to actually kind of start to really stifle the production of herO, and the army has been just getting flattened more and more, as you see in that army supply. Now finally we do have a little bit of a situation where the reinforcements weren't rallied to the front fast enough, so Byun needs to breathe a little bit, even though he doesn't want to, and this gives herO also a little bit of breathing room. But dropping into the main again. Meanwhile, we do have an attack on the left here, about to start. Sentries being dropped to defend. That's not gonna work out. Now this Nexus is also gonna die. Byun is gonna get the W. Very nice multitasking here. Indeed, very, very nice. They were... once that started, that situation, while it was starting, they were at the same army, but they both had around 70 army supply. And then Byun just came in everywhere. Left, right, left, right, left, right, main, left, right, main, main, left, right, main. Insane multitasking. Completely pulling herO apart. herO did not have enough units, he did not have enough kind of gateways. He didn't have enough static D. He just couldn't handle the aggression. Now, let's hop into the next map. I think we're looking at a 3-2, right? And the best of 9s is actually... that's actually quite tough to keep track. Now, going into the map number 6, it's gonna be Neon Violet Square. In the bottom right, we do have herO. In the top left, we do have Byun. And this is probably the biggest map in the map pool. It is very defensive for kind of 5 bases-ish. But then it gets a little bit difficult, actually. Everything after 5 bases is just kind of far away from your production, so you tend to pull... you tend to stretch a little bit too thin, kind of. So, and that 5th base, of course, this kind of safe base is only 4 blocks of minerals. So yeah, let's wait and see what's gonna happen here. Byun might do something sneaky. I don't think he's gonna proxy anything. I think he's just waiting for a timing to come in. He might want to throw down an engineering bay, and he's gonna do so. So now he wants to force herO to make the base in the back, which he could do. That wouldn't be too terrible, huh? Honestly, but herO is just gonna snag away at this engineering bay. He's gonna delay his base a little bit. Gonna delay a little bit of his mining. He's gonna get that cybernetics core first. And the engineering bay has to be cancelled here. Oh my god, it was killed. This was killed. That's a huge mistake. This should have been cancelled. This should have been 100 minerals back in the bank here. This SCV should have now been able to place down that command center. Now it needs to wait a little bit. He's even gonna go for the back one, because he feels unsafe now. Because he lost at 100 minerals. That could have been a bunker, for example. Oh, that was a big mistake. That was a very big mistake. Byun. I was actually holding my breath for this because Byun is known for cancelling super late, but I haven't actually seen him make this mistake yet. Now this is the first time I have caught him where he actually loses this one. So yeah, definitely a little bit of a mistake here. Actually kind of a huge mistake. Losing that 100 minerals is not something you're really willing to eat. Now he has to though in this map, and let's see if herO can utilize this for any kind of tempo advantage for himself into that early mid game. We'll have to wait and see. He's gonna go into a robotics facility, not gonna be that Twilight. Interesting approach. I guess this map is not great for Blink Stalkers. If we take a look at this, oh sorry, there we go. Now this area you can't really blink on into that main base, so you only can really attack into the natural, or kind of in this case got it to be third base. So this is gonna be difficult here for herO to make work anyways. And I guess a Warp Prism just makes more sense because there's a lot of huge airspace which you can kind of utilize. You could go for like a vanilla unit 8 gate attack even off that prism. You could do a Colossus drop, which would be very funny to see in a while. Is he gonna throw down the robotics bay? No, I don't think so. But he could. He can always come back to a Colossus drop as well. Oh, Byun not raising depots in time, and herO is not gonna commit. He could have potentially killed at least those two, and then yeah, it would have been probably an even trade. I think the firepower for the Marines is just a little bit too much. Oh boy, he kills two already, and he gets the shade in. He's not gonna commit again, but he's getting a lot of vision. Now, medevac coming across the map here, double middle mine loaded inside. We do have that Warp Prism. Potentially seeing that one actually. Yeah, he's gonna see that one, he's gonna find it. He has Stalker Sentry at home. Even an Observer is sitting at home, so he's gonna be very safe. What is this? Pinged on that one to defend. No, he's gonna Adapt harass him with a Warp Prism. And this is a quick 3cc build here from Byun. Now Byun, of course, Widowmine's actually doing more than I thought. 4 kills. But still, SCVs are falling here. Tank is not the greatest answer to Adepts. Adepts, of course, can't really touch the tank as well. But both are just looking at each other. Oh man, he's damaging those, but he's not killing them. Now he's gonna recall. Because he decides that it's not worth to keep it around. The Viking should be here soon, and indeed it was. Just popped. Now 3 base is already for the Terran player, but no 3rd base from our Protoss. He doesn't even know about this. He doesn't know about this greedy CC. It's a 1-1-1 3 base setup. And we do see a bunch of Marines, a few tanks, and a few excuse me, SCVs pushing out. That's so random. I like it. Only one medevac with this. That's the one from the drop. It was kept alive. No, don't drop this again. I mean, he has these SCVs on the tank kind of stacked up for a repair. I don't know. I mean, there's an Immortal. You know your opponent went robo, so I feel like this is not gonna work out anyways. He's gonna lose the Viking. He really wants to go for that attack again with those Widow Mines. He's gonna get... yeah, 5 more, but he just loses his push and he's gonna GG, and herO is gonna take the series, sorry, not the series, the game. So we're looking at a 3-3 situation here between everything. What is Mapu? I am Mapu, there you go. Leylines is gonna be the next map. Yeah, and then herO, man. Looking at a 3-3 in the best of 9. Could it be any better than this? Okay, let's hop into the next map. Oh, there we go. Let's start on herO in the bottom left, and then we have in top right our Mr. Byun. Very early prop. And it does see that SCV move out. I think he wanted to go for an engineering blade block again, but he saw the SCV, so he might just cancel that idea. What is he gonna do now? Where's his barracks? There we go. He's hero's also like, wait, where's your barracks? And Byun says, hey, great. Now he sees the barracks, and there's gonna be the engineer bay. Let's hope for a perfect cancel this time. Now, Byun definitely was a little bit quick to leave that last game, I feel like. He still had a very good opportunity with that third base, which herO did not have. But in the end, I guess, like, that attack from herO coming in, meeting to greet, or greeting to meet, meeting to greet, I don't know. Coming out there and greeting and meeting Byun's attack in the open and denying that one, and Byun kind of also not being able to evacuate his own attack. I think that was basically the point where Byun said, alright, I'm not going to be able to hold your attack on my third base, you're probably going to cancel that one. I don't think if the command center, I didn't see if it was already done, I think it was though, but he would have probably have to evacuate everything. I'm not sure what they're talking. herO is going to have some fun here. Byun as well. Now Zealot coming in here. Now is he gonna get a kill again? No, this time we'll see the cancel actually happening a little bit earlier. Now Reaper is kind of roaming the map, is looking for that Zealot. Can he find it though? He's gonna get it soon. No, he misses it just so slightly. There we go. Should come back now. Has to work on that Zealot as fast as possible. Oh my god, he eats a shot? Can't believe it. Now he needs to run. Oh, that was close. If the Adept gets that Reaper, man, he's gonna have a very bad time. Now, can he jump the Zealot over or something? No, it doesn't seem like that's the case. Adept wants to kill as many units as he can. Byun wants to preserve everything. Now he's gonna have a Widow Mine in position. That forces kind of everything off the ramp. Now he could go in with that shade trick, kind of. Byun is gonna go ahead and scout. The Widow Mine is gonna get repaired. And of course the Natural did finish up here. A little bit sad actually that Neon Violet Square ended that fast, but I guess the players also didn't really want to play that map. I have to give it to them. If you have to play the full Mapu. Now Phoenix again here. I've been seeing this a lot from herO in this series, and it's been looking actually quite good for him so far. Now that Reaper does not find an escape. The base also does not find an entrance, it seems. Too many units, and Byun wants to rather drop than get his own base up and running. Now with that Cyclone, he can definitely push back everything at home. Oh, he's gonna let him in. So alright, come in, bro. He's gonna land the base. He's gonna push out now with SCV Marine. Zealot really hacking and slashing at the orbital a few times. But the big story is gonna be across the map. We do have two Phoenix. They're just gonna lift both of those Widow Mines. Marines are gonna get killed. Most likely there by... oh my god. By everything else. The Medivac even is gonna fall here. Marine's still alive. No lift. But enough Adepts to just kill them. Efficiency. 1 Zealot. So 2 Widowmines, Medivacs, Reaper, and 4. The whole drop basically. It didn't do any damage. And if that Reaper would have actually gone into that main and gotten the scout on the Phoenixes, he would have not committed to the drop. At least not how he did it. So yeah. Already very good starty for herO. Can Byun kind of salvage this game? He's gonna go into a 3 barracks follow-up. Oh, he does have a Liberator actually doing quite a bit of damage here. Phoenix are gonna come back, and he does get a scout on the Oracle with the Liberator as well. So that's actually a very good lib. Now he's gonna just push out again. 2 Cyclones. He's trying to intercept this Oracle, but the Oracle's just laying a stasis trap. Byun does see it though. No, don't walk into it. Yeah, you can kill it. There you go. He had to sacrifice a scan though for that. And I wonder about this push out. Now, is he gonna pull SCVs? Or is the question, when is he gonna pull SCVs? He's already sitting at 5 barracks. He does not get stim yet. He needs to get that started. I feel like this is a mistake, only starting combat shields. If he doesn't get stim, he should get Marosa concussive shells, but he doesn't really have any marauders, so what is he actually doing with this tech lab? This is a mistake. I feel like he probably started both of those, but they didn't have the gas for stim. Now he's gonna be a stimless attack with 2. There we go. Stim finally starting up. Hey, look at this. 100 seconds. By the way, stim and Wings of Liberty is at 170 seconds. And combat sheet is already done. Now this is the time he wanted to hit. And this is the time he can actually hit. Now this is all in. He's gonna pull some boys. He's gonna make hopefully some... he's gonna hopefully make some bunkers. That's actually a big deal now. These Phoenixes can come in and harass. But you need to be careful against those. Because if you go too close to those Marines, you're gonna have a very bad time. He only has 4 Phoenix though. And he's kind of lacking a little bit of army, it feels like. Throwing down turrets. I wouldn't mind bunkers, please Byun. Give us the bunker. He still is lacking that stim. Now Phoenixes are intercepting reinforcements, as we can see. And finally we do see those offensive bunkers being set up here. Phoenix is trying to go in, but that's what I was thinking. Those Cyclones are actually insanely powerful against those Phoenix. And we do have a couple of missile turrets, weirdly enough here. They're just acting as obstructions. One is gonna help shoot at a Phoenix there, clear that one out. I feel like this is gonna be Dunzos for our Protoss player, man. He's just losing units. Oh my god, that last tank shot. Is he gonna let that Immortal live for now? Yes. But this base is gonna go down. Down the dumpster with you. And this push is not gonna stop. Now he's even gonna lose infrastructure here. I feel like, oh yes, he just finished up stim, so now he just wants to come in and kill him. That stasis might be the stasis he needs. I don't think he's gonna get it though. Ah, we even have units from the left come in, so yeah. There we go. It's not gonna be that big stasis he was hoping for. He doesn't have any... does he still have the Oracle? No, he lost the Oracle as well, so he doesn't have any more extra stasis on the way. He's gonna lose most of his units now trying to pull into Marines. 2 more Mortals against 20 Marines and not gonna happen. There we go. Byun is gonna take map number 7. So we're looking at a 4-2-3 situation in this best of 9. And we have at least one more map to go. Next map is gonna be Amygdala. That would make, if it comes to that, I think Kingsclough, right? Should be the last map, if it comes to it. Best of 9. We're looking at 4-2-3. Oops. And here we go. In the bottom left, we do have herO. In the top right is Byun. Throwing down the depot, of course, and we're gonna see the pylon at home for herO. Yes, how could it be different? Again, fast SCV. going around the top. I think this is not the standard rally. I'm not sure currently. I think, but I think I'm not sure actually. But herO is not scouting himself at all, so he should get that engineering bay block going. Now herO is bringing down a probe now. He's scouting for this actually. He's throwing down a pylon. But the block is still gonna happen. Yeah, he's gonna throw down the engineering bay. He's even utilizing the pylon to try and get in a nice position with that SCV. But yeah, he does not get much health on this one. Engineering bay. This is the trinity of probes, by the way. They are the full council. They do rain the Protoss arts and mines. It's not Artanis, it's not Zeratul, it's not Phoenix. It is the trinity of probes, who is actually the bosses, who are the bosses of the Protoss. Tassadar, I think, is one of them. Guys who try to be the boss, but in the end it's always the probes. I mean, they decide what to warp in, so it has always been the probes. Oh, Samaniti's core did finish up here. And we're gonna see a sentry opening, which has been quite popular. Get that early scout, Phoenix Scout, of course. You can also utilize this. I've seen this by Estrella. He utilized a probe hallucination to scout in 4 different locations at the same time and keep tabs on that medevac move out once that starts. So it's going to be more difficult on Amygdala, of course, because you have this blocked off area in the middle which you can't pass with non-flying units, so would make it difficult for that probe hallucination. The probe hallucination's advantage is you're gonna add 4 probes, so you can actually scout 4 different directions or like more of the map at the same time, even though it is not as fast as a Phoenix, of course. He wants to see that first unit. He's not gonna get lucky though, unfortunately here. Widowmine is gonna pop later. Reaper tried to get a little bit of scouting intel. Does actually find that Twilight Council, so good scout for him. And yeah, Sentry is trying to kill the Reaper, but the Reaper does have his combat drugs, as they're called. So he doesn't care about a Sentry tickling him for 15 minutes. He could just walk away and heal up again. Oh, Widowmine is gonna intercept the fake Phoenix, so no follow-up scout here. But he does know about the Widowmine now, and it is Byun, so you can just anticipate a Widowmine drop. Now he's also gonna... Oh no, there we go, he picked up the second mine, of course. I thought for a second he would be walking one of the mines, but... He does pick up both. He's gonna have the Reaper in position. The Phoenix does miss the medevac, but the Stalker's kind of coming back into a good position. 2 Stalkers are standing at the front, so yeah, even a 3rd Stalker. Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so, man. This is looking good for herO. Byun coming in, shoot that probe. He's gonna get 1 kill. He's gonna get a 2nd kill. Wow. Reaper already doing more than the Widowmines. Now Byun coming in again with the medevac here. Widowmines dropping out. Only 1. Oh, I think a bit of a mistake here by herO. It probably could have, if he would have focused all of his damage on that one with Worker Pull. I think he could have killed that one before it burrows, but he didn't. So, yeah. Liberator. Can he get that probe? No, herO is not gonna give it to him. Oh. And that's such a bait because the Stalker now comes to damage the Liberator. He also reveals Blink, so he knows Byun knows that it's not charge. And Byun It's adding barracks number 3 and 4. This could be a +1 timing push here by him. But is this gonna be enough units to defend, actually? Sniping already a Widow Mine, I think, there in the front. No, actually, must have been an SCV. One SCV is gonna come in and scout. He needs that follow-up scout. Oh, he's gonna lose them. Nah, denied. He's gonna lose a lot of Stalkers for that. So there's gonna be a little bit of revenge. He loses 4 Stalkers, which is quite nice for Byun. But losing that stem, it just costs you that timing you have been working for since the early game. And delaying that is just so powerful here for herO. Now Byun is actually saying, alright, let's go for a 3rd command center, because the timing is not going to work anymore. Yep. Liberator also dead after killing 3 workers in total, I think. herO has that forge up, should start any upgrades very soon. Yeah, attack. And Robotics Bay is on the way. Do have the Engineering Bay Armory follow-up common here for Byun, going into that 2-2. The Marine is gonna have a bad time against the Stalker. And as you can see, now the Stalker has a corpse, happy corpse, next to him. Extra gateways coming in here. Base number 4. herO is playing this kind of correctly, even though he doesn't actually have all the information. But he's going into 4th base while Byun is trying to set up his 3rd. Now Byun, are you gonna scan this? I guess not. Oh. You should know that this is there. There we go. Concussive shells on the way. Now this is actually quite the macro setup here for Byun. He could go into a gold base even. And herO is already opening up the middle of the map. That's interesting to see. It's gonna work even on these rocks. There's a few tanks, but like this base is kind of exposed already. Just by herO being here. I mean, he's already behind the gold, right? So yeah, Byun, if you want to take that one, I don't know. He doesn't have the money currently even, so I hope he just notices this is happening. Yeah, he sees it now. And he should not go for that gold base. He's gonna lose a medevac though, because he noticed it a tiny bit too late. And herO is looking on fire. He has everything he needs. Those disruptors coming in. Should probably start the 2nd upgrade from the forge. Attack upgrade number 2 here. Any moment, and should chrono boost those upgrades, because he has quite some energy stacked up on this Nexus, by the way. Utilize some of that. Oh, I guess he got that one. Just barely, but he got it. Nexus number 5. Chronos on those forges. Yeah, and 4th base here for Byun. He still wants to go for the gold base, it seems, but I feel like he needs to kind of position a few tanks down here now. I mean, this is a cool position for those tanks, but only if the rotation actually happens in a way that he wants it to happen. Now he has this vision here on the left, but he lacks it on the right. Oh, he has a big army still there though. But maybe he had too much on that right side, because the left side is falling apart. Those tanks have been killed off. The 1 Stalker kind of pulling the whole army back. Now, no more anchor units here for Byun to hold this position. And, well, herO can just push in, kind of. He could just walk in. And Byun is going to try to come for a surround here from the bottom as well. It's going to cancel that disruption over. And it's gonna try to focus down those Colossi, but Colossi are actually staying alive way too long here. And they are dealing so much damage. I think herO did break him. I think herO did break him. GG is gonna be called. herO does take the 4-4, evening the score. Pooh. And Kaladar del Rey is the last map of this best of 9. Who will take it actually? In the bottom right we do have herO, and in the top left it is Byun. Now I have no clue who's gonna take this so far. Kind of the player who has been more aggressive has been the winning player in this series. Whoever kind of sat back and tried to absorb, I think except for one time where herO really did a good job with his Phoenix Colossi. Other than that, the defender was always on the like losing end of the spectrum. So whoever gets aggressive in the correct way, it feels like, is just gonna be the one who is gonna take the series here. By the way guys, if you haven't yet, make sure to follow the channel, it's free. Also, check out my YouTube, MapuTV Gaming, at MapuTV Brood War, and at Atosis Cast 2. Those are all channels I'm working on. So please make sure to give those a subscribe as well. Thank you so much for your support, very much appreciated. Cybernetics core, of course, on the way here, as is the Protoss Miracle Building. On the other side, the Terran's already producing guys that can shoot here after that reactor. Stargate again. Is this again gonna be Phoenix Colossi? Byun is kind of going back to his roots, is going into that Reaper Hellion opening again. Feels like he probably had a lot of success with that early aggression. He's gonna reveal this as well. Now herO does know for a fact that this is not gonna be the Marine opening, but gonna be a lot of Reapers coming his way. So I wonder if he's gonna throw down, yeah, already beating me to it, shield batteries in his mineral lines. There's gonna be the first one. He's probably gonna throw down a second one here anytime soon, after he gets a few more units done. Now Oracle is gonna be the unit of choice, because Oracle is gonna be very good against Alien Reaper in defensive situations. And let's see if he can actually identify... Oh my god, he might just lose all of these adepts and he will only kill one of the Reapers, I think. Oh boy. He does get one hit on a Hellion, at least a little bit of permanent damage. But good stuff from here, Byun. He kills 2 adepts for 1 Reaper. We're looking at 1 adept, 1 Oracle. They're gonna have a rough time defending 3 Reapers. 2 Hellions here. You can even just kill that one. And the Oracle is not in position. And now the Oracle comes in, but already the unit is killed. Now it's only workers left. No shield battery was added here. Still, the Oracle, man, is insanely good against this. Wow, it's crazy. He only kills 3 workers in the end. Oracles are powerful. Wow. Insane. Cyclone on the way. But quite late. Oracle... Oh, he already has a Cyclone. There we go. Making a second Cyclone. So this should be fine. Gonna get probably a lock on here. herO trying to be very conservative with this Oracle. But, oh, the Cyclone does actually get a vision on that stasis. Oh, why? I think he must have misclicked. Now he's gonna kill the Oracle potentially with those Marines. Needs to be careful. The second Oracle coming in, he could kill those Marines, honestly. Now Medivac is gonna be here. And one of those Adepts in the main is gonna get killed by a Cyclone. So a lot of weird patterns here, it feels like, by both players. And yeah. Only attack is gonna happen. That Medivac is tagged. He does see you, Byun. He can avoid you. Now the tag is gone. He does not want to get re-tagged. He's trying to avoid the Oracles, but the Oracles, if they would have gone a little bit further, could have found the Medivac. And one bunker. He could actually run into this. This is only 6 Marines. They can't kill 2 Oracles and 2 Phoenix. A Twilight behind this. Now, what we have seen a lot attempted, but it never really worked out that well, was Phoenix, Charge-Lot Archon. Phoenix, Charge-Lot Archon Immortal. But let's wait and see. I think Byun is not gonna let that one slide, honestly. If he really goes for Phoenix, Charge-Lot Archon, I don't think you can beat Byun here in that mid-game push. Now he does have a proxy pylon, that's interesting. He's gonna go for a forge with that Twilight. Should probably go for that attack upgrade, there we go. You can even go for armor if you want to, but it doesn't really benefit your Archons. Now Byun is gonna snipe this proxy pylon. Trying to get away. And he's like, wait, you're waiting for me, right? I just go to the right now. Man, that's a fleet of Protoss units. Oh no, he's gonna catch him. Oh no. Well, that's good for herO. Gonna catch that Medivac. There's not gonna be... oh, actually, both Cyclones make it out, but it doesn't matter. It's just a little bit more energy wasted on those Phoenix. Yeah, that stasis trap, man. Trapping a bunch of those Marines, actually. Now, what is Byun gonna do here? These guys are gonna unfreeze now. He's gonna have stim, he's gonna have combat shields. He already has combat shields. He's gonna have +1. Can herO actually make something happen here? Getting all of these Cyclones definitely is nice for the follow-up engage. And this engage is very tough against so many Marines. He's even lifting Marines, as you can see here, because he has good units against the Marauders, kind of. There's no concussive shells, so the Marauders are not that great yet. Should start that concussive. Start it. Come on, man. I hate it. And so many pros forget about this so frequently as one of the most powerful upgrades in the game in those small skirmishes. Now both players are kind of expanding into a little bit of a macro setup here. We do see 3 bases here. That's a nice Widowmine connection and another one potentially. Oh, Viking is gonna deny that one. So both players going into that 3 or 4th base setup. They'll do see more Phoenixes. Now High Templars are here. Is he gonna go for Storm? He doesn't have it yet. He's gonna make a Archon first. Losing a Medivac is definitely not nice here. Even losing a second one. Could have tried to mass repair this one. Would have loved to see that, actually. Oh man, both Widowmines getting lifted. Phoenixes. And then they recall. That's what I hate about those guys. And we do see a proxy gateway now. Icarus is not with his army. I feel like the stasis trap should have seen this, yeah. Oh, he's gonna lose an Oracle. And a Zealot. Oh, he tried to lift the Zealot, that was so cute. But in the end it does not prevent the Widowmine hit from actually connecting to the Zealot. He tried to dodge the direct hit, so only the splash would hit it, but it didn't work out. Now Widowmine's actually doing insane damage against those Phoenix here. And herO decides to fall back for now. Even though he has this kind of setup here. With that proxy gateway, so he kind of wanted to push. Turret is gonna keep those Phoenix at bay, and yeah, even though he has a lot of Phoenix, he already lost quite a bunch as well. 3 Phoenixes, and he's still sitting at 9. So he made like what? 12 Phoenix, man, that's quite some. Now if you can lure Byun into this stasis, and it's only 4 units, it's not that terrible. Oh my god, an Oracle was again killed by a Widowmine here. So no more detection. Unless he uses that observer, of course, but no tagging anymore. Ah, that's a decent EMP. He does get most of these Phoenix. I think 2 still have the energy. Maybe it's 3. There's 1, 2, and 3 have still the energy. That's like 6 lifts. Oh, gets a kill on a few more Phoenix there. Those random stray Widowmines have been working wonders here for Byun so far. And we do see an armada of Zealots, basically. And Byun sees is like, how many Zealots is that? Is that 100 supply Zealot? We can have a look. It's 88 supply Zealots, of course, as it should be. Now, Phoenixes are still trying to clear out these medevacs here. And the Phoenix are still proving to be valuable. And herO is setting up a 5th base. I guess he blocked himself here. So he has to take this one a little bit further away. Uh-oh, Widowmine. No, I can't believe it. Didn't see it. It was just out of range from that observer. And he does take another base. Now, herO just takes bases. This is going to be the most epic game of all of them. Both players are kind of very reluctant to actually engage. But we do see around 40 supply of Zealots just walking to the north. We do see a Widowmine potentially connect. No, I can't believe it. We did see a little bit of engage. Finally, the Widowmine did connect, but now he's going to flank. Oh, Widowmines are shooting away at those Vikings. Nice EMPs coming down all of those Zealots with all of their shields, and now that flank is not looking that great anymore. The southern side came way too late, and the north got completely demolished. That was a really good trade here for Byun. But I mean, herO can start to afford trades like this because he's on so many bases. He's about to go up to like 85 workers-ish. 90 workers, then he can just throw away units for days. This is only a sensor turret over here, which is gonna get broken. Now all of the Phoenix energy has been EMP'd here. But Byun needs to kind of take a 5th base. He doesn't know about all of this happening. He doesn't know about this base. 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 I guess he never really got across the map in quite a while, right? Did he? Now Byun is going with the +2 ship weapons. He does not have Liberators yet, but this is gonna be very nice once he has. Now, again, a huge amount of Zealots coming in. Trying to kill as much as they can. depots are gonna get raised. We still have that bunker which is filled up. We have an army at that third base. And the front is not pushable because this is a planetary. It's gonna be holding on its own. There's not the big army ready to pounce in the front. And after all the zealots are cleaned up, it didn't really do any damage. But Byun is looking in a fantastic position again here. I mean, let's look at the trades. We're looking at 8.5k to 11k at this point. So Byun has been trading quite a bit more efficiently here. But if we took a look at the income, of course, it has been looking better for herO, but not that big. It's only like 700-ish more than Byun most of the time. So it's not that big actually of a deal. Now coming in here, do we see a big engage? Indeed we do. Nova is gonna happen, but not gonna hit. And both players are kind of just disengaging here again. Now this is gonna be a nice find for Byun. Getting that proxy gate, but also this does unfortunately reveal his army there. Maybe he can actually flank this. Come from the left as well. Collapse on this, please. Now he's gonna set this up. Needs to be careful though. On the right, he does not really want to collapse, it seems. Maybe in a little bit of a different position. Starting to chase this from the left as well. The right needs to be careful though. He gets some very good DMPs, and now he comes from behind. He's gonna hunt these Colossus down. But some very nice disruption connections actually. He cannot micro every front there at the same time. He gets most of the Colossi, he gets most of the army in the north. He lets actually one Colossi live, that's kind of funny. He's chasing the rest of the army there. Colossi still being valuable there from behind. And the Medivacs are still getting poked at. Now Vikings want to kill those Phoenix, but also having a rough time here. Trying to disengage. +3 was not done for that engage, unfortunately for Byun. All of the army got pushed back, and herO just had so many gateways. He had 17 gates, so he just warped in. Well, how much supply of zealot is that again? It's 34 amounts of supply. He just warped in 34 in like, look at this. Oh my god. Now planetary is gonna be a lot of AoE, but not enough. And these units kind of stuck here on that factory, unfortunately. Not gonna make it in time for the reinforce, it seems. GG is gonna be called. herO is gonna take this best of 9. What a series. Man, what a series. And great way to finish it up.